Christmas. From News Channel 8 and American Waste Control, this is the 98th Annual Tulsa Christmas Parade.
Thanks so much for joining us for the 98th Annual Tulsa Christmas Parade presented by American Waste Control. I'm News Channel 8 anchor Brenna Rose.
And I'm Becky Dixon. And Brenna, what a beautiful day for a parade. Great weather. The crowd is in a wonderful mood. We have over 100 entries, people and organizations from all across the city coming together to celebrate this joyous occasion. I think we need to get this party started.
Yeah, let's get to it. Enjoy Tulsa.
And here is our first group. Very fittingly, the Tulsa Police Department. They're coming up, and let's all give them a big round of applause for everything they do for our city. The Tulsa Police Department, led by Chief Dennis Larson and his family. Also, we'll be seeing members of the police department and their families. And these are men and women who work year-round to keep our city safe.
They certainly do, Becky, and this is the first Christmas parade as the Chief of Police for Dennis Larson. He's been with the department for 45 years now, and let's give them all a big round of applause, folks. And for those of us here at Channel 8, Becky, sports director TJ Eckert, his father is on the police service. Captain Mike Eckert, he's not here today. I'm gonna have to give him a hard time about that later. Maybe he's working. Maybe he's, on duty.
There could be an event going on today, for sure.
But a huge thank you to all of the men and women in uniform who protect our community every single day. We so appreciate all that you do. And I think it's really fitting, Becky, that they're starting our parade off.
I think so too. And, we are so fortunate to have such a wonderful police organization here. And Chief Larson, like you said, has been with the police department for many years. I've known him for many years. His wife, Karen Larson, with Channel 2, and they've been a big part of the community. And again, we want to thank the Tulsa Police Department.
And the Knights of Columbus, they just passed by us as we were talking here.
I love this organization. I have a special place in my heart for them. My dad was a member of the Knights of Columbus.
Okay, we're going to move on to our Grand Marshal.
Danny Boy O'Connor, and this is the Outsiders Float. I'm so glad we're commemorating the Outsiders this year. This is our Grand Marshal. You'll be seeing him come by, sitting on the porch with his girlfriend, Holly Stanley. And our theme this year, Stay Gold, Merry and Bright, very fitting.
I think this is such a fantastic year to honor the book, obviously a very historic book. It's a really big year for the Outsiders. Obviously made their Broadway debut, and this float looks fantastic.
I love it. Yes, and in 1983 when they filmed The Outsiders here, Brenna, I was able to interview a number of the cast members because I worked for Channel 8 at the time.
So who did you interview?
Well, I interviewed almost every one of the actors and Diane Lane, the actress who was the star of the movie, but I particularly remember interviewing Patrick Swayze in a live interview from the Summit Club as the party, the rap party wound up. And I will always remember that. But there was Tom Cruise was there, Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio. One of the biggest celebrities, though, was Leif Garrett because he was also a pop star.
That's so cool. That's so fantastic.
And here we have our next entry, Home Depot, the proud sponsor of this year's Outsiders House, and they provided many of the materials used in the float.
Yeah, they certainly did. And it's nice to see some of the employees and their kids taking part in the parade. One of my favorite things about this parade is it really brings families together and really unites everyone. They also, Home Depot, they have a program the first Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. For kids' workshop. So it's free hands-on learning.
Okay, we have one of our bands coming up, the Glenpool Sound of the Warrior Marching Band from Glenpool, Oklahoma, right outside of Tulsa.
Let's take a listen to them. Aren't they fantastic, Becky?
They really are, and I love the marching bands, and we're so fortunate in our area because we have so many schools that participate with marching bands, and a lot of times we see them on big parades around the country.
I'm also impressed by the coordination of these folks here with the flags.
That's not an easy thing to do, is it?
It is certainly not an easy thing to do. The community of Glenpool has seen so much growth in recent years, and the school district and band program are seeing growth as well. Thank you so much for being here today.
And coming up next, American Waste Control is the presenting sponsor of this year's Christmas parade, and we certainly appreciate their support as they proudly show off a brand new front-loading truck.
And I want to give a special shout out to Paul Ross with American Waste Control. He's also the head of the parade committee. American Waste Control, they seem to sponsor this event year after year after year, and their commitment to this community is just really incredible.
And that was quite a truck, Brenna.
Yeah, it certainly was. I wouldn't want to drive that thing. I don't know what it's like to park that.
Coming up next, you'll see Miss Trista's Dance Studio. Miss Tarita's Dance Studio. Miss Tarita's Dance Studio and Performing Arts Studio. They're located in Sand Springs, right outside of Tulsa, and they're celebrating their 35th year of sassy dancing.
That's so fantastic. And their studio really wants to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And they strive to instill self-confidence and pride while fostering a love of the arts. And their dancers, who you're going to see here in a second, oh, their costumes are absolutely fantastic. And they range in age from 4 years old all the way through high school. This is fantastic. Look at, oh my gosh.
I love the costumes. Let's enjoy Miss Tarita's Dance Studio.
So the dancers, as I mentioned, they range in age 4 years old all the way up to high school. And they love taking part in various events, performing in the community. They've performed in Branson, Walt Disney World, Carnival Cruise Lines, and we hope that they spread a little bit of sparkle as they make their way down this parade route.
Brenna, did you know at this year's Christmas parade, over 10,000 toys are being given away to kids along the route? That is just fantastic.
It is fantastic. We know, Becky, that so many families are struggling this year with inflation. It's been a really rough year for a lot of folks. So I think I just got some of this confetti snow on my face.
I think we did it too.
I'm going to try not to inhale some of that. It's a white Christmas. Well, this is the Downtown Church of Tulsa. Thank you for that winter wonderland. You guys look great. I wonder how long it took to inflate that giant Christmas tree as well, too.
And the Downtown Church of Tulsa is located at 606 North Denver Avenue in the heart of downtown Tulsa.
All right, Becky, we've got the next float.
Hot Toast Music Company. Let's listen. Started right here in Tulsa by Simon Hajar and his 2 sons. It's a family affair.
It certainly is. And he's got a lot of friends joining him today. You guys sound great. Now, Mr. Simon, as he's called by thousands of kids here in Tulsa, he writes, records, and performs songs with a whole wide variety of topics, and he is currently wrapping up his 3rd studio album. No big deal. He's really busy. He's got a lot on the go. And then a new book as well.
And coming up now.
Okay, this is amazing. The Tulsa County Sheriff's Office.
I didn't recognize them.
I was going to say, y'all just threw me for a loop.
That's what I was thinking. Well, where's the sheriff?
Where's all the uniforms? They switched their uniforms up this year.
I love that.
You guys are so great. Thank you for this heartwarming surprise. I wonder what it's like to walk in that those inflatable costumes down the parade route. You kind of waddle as you go. And thank you to everyone in the Sheriff's Department here for protecting our community.
I love these costumes.
Okay. Did we get a shot of that Slinky dog? Oh my gosh. These costumes are so great. So their agency's motto is total commitment to serving others. I didn't know how many folks they employ. The Tulsa County Sheriff's Office employs more than 600,
yes.
And 50 people.
Well, they've certainly had a good time here today. And coming up next, Tedford Insurance with the Kung Fu Panda Balloon. Tedford Insurance was founded in 1978 by George and Kay Tedford, and it was started, and now it is being run by their sons.
I had a chance to interview Mark Tedford earlier. I was asking how long this balloon takes to inflate. About 45 minutes. I would have thought it would have taken a lot longer.
I would have thought so too. Tedford Insurance has been serving our area for many years. I've been familiar with them, and they do wonderful work, provide a great service to their customers.
And their mission remains the same today as it did over 40 years ago, which is protecting the dreams of their clients.
Okay, making their way down the parade route. Now we're thrilled to have and welcome from Kansas the Sedan USD 286 Junior Senior High School Marching Band, all the way from Kansas.
Welcome. Let's take a listen. This talented group of musicians is bringing the spirit of the season to life with their performance. I always love the marching bands, Becky.
I do too, and I'm very familiar with Sedan, Kansas. I grew up in Oklahoma on a ranch, but we were right on the Kansas border, and Sedan was one of the close towns we often visited. One of my mother's favorite restaurants was actually there.
Oh, no way. I want to ask you, Becky, what your favorite Christmas tradition is in your family.
We love to go to Mass on Christmas Eve, and before we go to Mass, I usually serve a Christmas tea to my kids. They are not always happy to have to get dressed early and sit down to Christmas tea with their mother, but it is a tradition. And then we go to Mass at Cascia Hall, where my son attended school, and it kind of frees up the next morning so we can just focus in on our family.
Yeah.
I want to hear about yours
this
too
time of
coming
year.
up.
My favorite Christmas tradition, you know what I love, is my sister has started, she has a little boy now, and I love starting new traditions with him. But growing up, I obviously grew up in Canada. We would go to Phoenix every Christmas and go swimming on Christmas morning. So, yeah.
And coming up next, Jaguar Land Rover.
This is a great ride. Not a bad way to see the Tulsa Christmas parade in the front seat of one of these. And can you imagine waking up on Christmas morning with one of these parked
Now
in your driveway?
this would be the ultimate gift, right?
Giant. You see that in the car commercials with a giant bow? That would be fantastic. And owned and driven by Danny and Amanda Edwards. They are longtime Christmas parade supporters. Thank you so much for your dedication to this event and to the community as well.
You know, we're so fortunate in Tulsa to have such great corporate support for the parade, and really for our entire city. They support many of our organizations, and we're very thankful for that.
Yeah, and a special thanks to American Waste Control. They are the presenting sponsor today, and we got to give Paul Ross a shout out as well with American Waste Control, who is the head of the parade committee. I know that this parade, so much work goes into this parade. They prepare for it months and months and months in advance.
Abco Party Rentals.
And you've used them before, haven't you, Becky?
I have,
telling
yes,
me?
and they can provide everything for an event or party, or if your organization wants to have an event, from plates, tables.
Giant teddy bears?
Giant teddy bears. Yes, I haven't used a giant teddy bear, but I have used many of their other items. And they always do a wonderful job and provide a great service. Makes my job so much easier when I'm giving a party or hosting an organization I'm involved with.
Okay, Okay, this next group up here. Hi, friends from Channel 2.
Yes, hello, KJRH Channel 2. Great to see you.
There's Karen Larson there. We saw her husband earlier in the parade.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, guys. Hi.
Channel 2, located in the heart of Brookside. It's so great to have them here in downtown Tulsa.
It certainly is. And a lot of people don't know this, but we're all friends at the end of the day. We're competitors, but we're friends, and we cheer them on, we support them. We love everyone at Channel 2. And there's their weather chaser there. That's pretty cool. That's a really cool. And it has antlers on. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's dressed up for the Christmas parade this year.
Coming up next, we're going to see Spirit Banks. Their history is deeply embedded here in the Tulsa area and the great state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, it certainly is. They have locations in Tulsa, Sapulpa, and Bristow. And for more information, their website is spiritbank.com. These are great elf costumes, and
I love this color too.
They're so coordinated. I am kind of blown away right now that there's someone hopping along this parade route. I am so impressed by your coordination.
Now, how long is that going to last? They're much more coordinated and energetic than I am.
I'll give her $20 if she goes the entire parade route on that thing. Someone report back and let me know.
And look at this great group, the Dazzlette Dance Academy, making spirits bright this holiday season.
Beautiful, beautiful costumes there. Okay. I think we know this next group pretty well here.
I see some familiar faces. And Brenda,
like
if you weren't sitting here by me, I know where you'd be.
Hi, News Channel 8. And they are in the Sand Springs trolley car. Oh my gosh, there's Burt Mamalo with Daisy. Shelby Love, Wayne Stafford, our morning anchors. There's Tanya. The Grinch. This is the Grinch there. Daisy, Daisy is the best.
I'm so proud that Channel 8 has been a part of this parade since the station first went on the air in 1954, and I have many memories of being a part of the Tulsa Christmas Parade when I was at Channel 8.
You got your start at Channel 8 back.
I did. I've always said 8's the place for me because this was the place that opened the door for me for whatever I was able to go on to do, and I'm just so grateful to this station. And we're celebrating our 70th anniversary, so this has been a busy year for me with News Channel 8.
Yes,
I've enjoyed every single moment of it.
There's Anna Berry that you can see there. There's Joy Bettenhausen.
Hi there.
There's Kevin Coskren as well, too. And they're all in amazing cars. Look at these Mustangs.
You know, when I worked at Channel 8, we were owned by James Lake, who also owned a number of antique cars. So we always had these fabulous antique cars to ride in. But it looks like Channel 8 is keeping up that tradition.
And as well, we have meteorologist Colton Williams, who is Mr. Oklahoma. I got to tell you, this guy has been to every single corner of the state. He's showed pigs, right? Am I saying? Yeah, you showed pigs. Yeah, in 4-H.
Speaking of meteorologists, Don Woods was always a big favorite of the Christmas parades when I worked at Channel 8, but he was always a little concerned that people might be upset with him if he didn't bring a perfect day. So I know our meteorologists can be very happy today because they have brought us beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather. They also brought along their storm chasers. Now these guys, they go out when it's dangerous. When we tell you to stay at home, it's because these guys are out keeping us safe. So we have Adam McAdoo and as well James McMullen. They dedicate themselves to keeping you and their family safe. Thank you so much for doing that and for being here today. We appreciate it. And all of us here at News Channel 8, we are so proud to be live streaming this parade for you today. And you can rewatch it on Christmas morning. Becky, I don't know if you're a morning person, but if you're up between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. on Christmas morning, you can rewatch this.
I'm a morning person because my children on Christmas Day are definitely morning people. They want to get up and see what's going on and just make sure that Santa ate their cookies that they left for him.
Make the most of the day, right?
Yes.
All right, we have some awesome cars.
Up next, the entry is Tesla. Wow.
Okay.
This will be interesting.
This will be interesting. These doors here, this feels very futuristic. It feels like we're looking into the future right now. They also have a Cybertruck. I haven't seen a ton of these.
But you
on the
did say
streets.
you have seen them, though, right?
I have seen them. I really want to sit in one. They just, I want to drive one, let's be real.
Well, you can ask right after the parade.
Yeah. And everyone at Tesla Tulsa, they want to wish families a safe and a magical Christmas filled with joy and holiday cheer.
Again, another one of those corporations and businesses that are supporting the Tulsa Christmas Parade. Up next, KIP Tulsa Showtime Marching Band is with us.
They certainly are. Get ready for some energy and some excitement from KIP Tulsa. Showtime Marching Band. This talented group is here to bring rhythm and festive spirit to the parade.
Let's listen in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now this gets us all in the mood.
And Becky, can you imagine carrying one of those drums?
No.
And they have some moves too. Thank you so much.
A lot
to
of
KIP
talent
Tulsa.
there. I love that. Up next, Jolly Lane Lights, Tulsa's first and largest Christmas light drive-through at the Admiral Twin Drive-In Theater. And what a great idea that is.
So fantastic. And we have some more snow.
Coming.
I wonder if we're going to have a white Christmas here in Tulsa.
We haven't had one in a while, so we'll have to check with our meteorologists.
Yeah, that might be the closest thing that we get to a white Christmas.
But you'll be going home to Canada for the holidays, so I'll bet you will see some.
I'll have a white Christmas
Yes.
there. And you know what's so great, Becky, is seeing everyone here in the community in their festive outfits, young and old. It's just so great to see everyone together.
And there's a smile on everyone's face.
Yes,
Conrad
there
Roofing
is.
and Construction coming down the parade route now.
Yeah, with some beautiful horses. Oh my gosh. And they are bringing a touch of vintage holiday charm with their classic red 1950s truck that is long passed me by. Let's give them a cheer.
I love horses in a parade. I remember, I think it was about 20 years ago, it was one of Channel 8's anniversary years, seeing Senator Jim Inhofe on a beautiful horse.
Mm-hmm. Now, this next segment of the Tulsa Christmas Parade is brought to you by YouSkin RX, the official med spa of the Tulsa Christmas Parade. It is located at 121st and Sheridan here in Tulsa. Well, this next group, I feel like they need no introduction. Our fire department. We so appreciate everything that they do for our community.
We've seen the Sheriff's Department, the Police Department. Here's the Fire Department. Again, we're very fortunate in Tulsa to have such wonderful support by these groups.
And they have their furry friends joining them as well. And the fire department would like to wish everyone a joyful and a safe holiday season filled with warmth, laughter, and the spirit of Christmas. And as well, as we celebrate together, they want to remind everyone to stay safe and to look out for one another. If you're deep frying your turkey, be extra careful. There's Monroe Nichols strolling past our table here. We had a chance to talk to him a little bit earlier today.
Merry Christmas,
It was the first time I actually actually met him, but Becky, you've known him for a while.
I've known him for a while, and he talked about some of his wonderful family Christmas traditions. And I told him, I said, well, I would ask you what you wanted for Christmas, but I think you already got it. But he talked about what he hopes the people of Tulsa will receive this holiday season. Food on the Move coming up next.
I think we got to get through a few of these massive fire trucks first. I hope there's not a fire because all the fire trucks are here. Hi, guys.
These are really remarkable vehicles.
A big thank you to the Tulsa Fire Department for their unwavering dedication to keeping our community safe all year long. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Tulsa Fire Department.
You know, I want to talk about the route just a second. The parade travels through these historic streets of downtown Tulsa, and you'll see so many wonderful landmarks. The Pythian building, the Philcade building, where Wade Phillips, after he moved out of Philbrook, he came to live. Another building that I wasn't as familiar with when I read about it was the Beacon building, and it used to have a lighthouse on top of the roof, and it would guide planes in as they came into Tulsa, which I thought was just a magnificent story.
That's really cool.
Of course, the Tulsa World building is another building that parade goers will see as they travel by.
One of the things that really struck me when I moved here were all of the different Art Deco buildings.
We have such great architecture here.
All right, now we have food on the move.
Now we can move to Food on the Move,
Yeah.
a local nonprofit founded by a very familiar person in Tulsa, Tulsa musician and entrepreneur Taylor Hanson. And Taylor and his group work so hard. And you know, he and his brothers have been such great ambassadors for the city of Tulsa for a very long time.
Have you had a chance to interview them before, Becky?
I did interview them when I was hosting my Oklahoman show, and they had just performed on the Johnny Carson show, and I was in LA interviewing them, and they were like kind of pinching themselves because they could not believe what was happening to them.
Okay, I feel like I need to tread carefully here.
More snow.
More snow.
Listen to
Merry
this, though,
Christmas.
Brenna. Last year, Food on the Move distributed over 240,000 pounds of produce to 11,252 families.
Absolutely fantastic.
We
All
owe
right.
a great big thank you to Taylor and his group.
We certainly do. Bruckner's Truck and Equipment, they just went past us. They're bringing a flurry of holiday magic, hence the snow.
That's why we got the snow.
Exactly, which is stuck in both of our hair and on my coat and all the things. I love it.
And I hear they're one of our fabulous bands coming up. This is the Pride of Broken Arrow Marching Band. The band is, I can't believe this, celebrating nearly 100 years.
That's so fantastic. And they go all around the world doing what they do best. So why don't we take a listen to them?
I can see why they've performed at Carnegie Hall, the Rose Bowl Parade, and they've been named many times the Oklahoma State Band Champion.
They are fantastic, and I love their costumes.
I did too.
As well, too. 30-time Oklahoma State Marching Band Champion. That is so impressive.
And coming up next, Barracuda Staffing.
With some very cute
and consulting.
dogs. And they're handing out candy here along the parade route. This holiday season, let Barracuda Staffing and Consulting bring a touch of magic to your workforce with personalized staffing solutions and expert HR consulting. And I also need to mention, this next segment of the Tulsa Christmas Parade is brought to you by Youth Skin RX, the official med spa of Tulsa Christmas Parade located at 121st and Sheridan here in Tulsa.
Our next entry is Greg Denny Law. When you need legal help or to make a settlement or other legal advice, call Greg Denny Law.
Yeah, he has over 35 years of experience. So make sure if you want to maximize your settlement and your injury cases, give him a call. 35 years, their number 918-INJURED. So it's pretty easy to remember. Okay, I can see a parade float that is coming up that has certainly got my attention, Becky.
Is that Chick-fil-A?
Is it? Is this Chick-fil-A? It's gotta be. Yes, it is.
You must be hungry.
I am.
Here comes Chick-fil-A bringing their signature holiday spirit.
I love these costumes and the dance moves. Look at that. And I'm curious what they're throwing to everyone. I think little cows? What are you giving? Let me see.
Oh, you're going to get one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it says eat more chicken. Can we get a shot of this? I don't know if you guys can see this.
That's what you call good marketing, right, Brenda?
Exactly. I just fed right into that. Oh, touche.
Up next, Tulsa Pop Kids. We're excited to welcome them to the Tulsa Christmas Parade this year.
We certainly are. This incredible organization is dedicated to inspiring kids to read through the power of pop culture. They bring smiles, joy, and love for storytelling to the community. Tulsa Pop Kids with a really cool dinosaur who's ready for Christmas.
I can tell he's going to be a big hit down the parade route.
Okay.
You know your dinosaurs. I'm not sure I do.
At least I think that is. We have some Star Wars, lots of great costumes here, and the Batmobile.
The Batmobile.
I want to know what it's like to drive this thing. It's so low to the ground, and like, where do they keep it? You would have to park it in the garage because someone would for sure
want that, wouldn't they? That is very cool looking.
And this is always a fan favorite. The vehicle brings a touch of superhero magic to the parade, whether it's fighting crime or like today, spreading holiday cheer. The Tulsa Batmobile always steals the show. And this is another great vehicle here as well too. You can see in the back of the Gotham City police car there, you see Rudolph, and is Santa in there on the other side? I think so. Stay gold, the theme of this year's parade.
I love
on the
that.
Side of the car.
Stay gold, merry, and bright. What a great theme.
Okay, the Ghostbusters. Look at these two little dogs here, these little corgis.
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters! So the Ghostbusters are here to bring some supernatural fun to the parade, and today several chapters of the Ghostbusters charity cosplay organization, they have come together, Becky, to spread smiles and holiday cheer. And I'm in awe. I'm in shock and awe at this. This is so cool. This looks like the real thing.
It really does. I mean, we've outdone ourselves at the Tulsa Christmas Parade this year. I believe our entries are better than ever.
And this is my third year hosting this parade, and I have to say, every year it just gets bigger and better. And if you're just joining us now, American Waste Control is our presenting sponsor. They're the ones that are really making all of this happen. So a huge thank you to them. And thanks to all of you who are watching on our website, KTUL.com.
You know, I remember reading, Brenda, that at the first Tulsa Christmas Parade, over 50,000 people came to view the parade. I'd love to know what our numbers are today.
Yeah, I'm so curious. The next entry here, Tulsa Public Schools. And this is such a fantastic float here.
Our great Tulsa public school system, well represented.
and they're paying tribute to, of course, The Outsiders. So grab some popcorn and join us at the Admiral Twin Theater. The float was designed and created by members of the Tulsa Public Schools facilities
The
team.
facilities team. They did a
Thank you,
remarkable
guys.
job.
And Tulsa Public Schools, they want to wish everyone in Tulsa happy holidays. They did a great job with that float, Becky.
They really did, the Facilities Club. I wasn't familiar with that group, but they did do a beautiful job. And up next, the Tulsa City County Library.
Yeah, they have a mission to promote lifelong learning and literacy. The Tulsa City County Library has 24 branches across Tulsa County. Representing the library today is the library's mascot, Buddy Bookworm, in the bookmobile.
Think of all the wonderful Christmas books and novels that have been written.
And reading is so important at every age. Right up until, I mean, reading is such a big part of my job. So really important. Really important.
And
Okay.
we're very fortunate to have one of the
Yes.
best libraries.
I'm distracted by this next.
Standby
next
personnel.
So Standby Personnel brings Tim Burton's iconic 1993 film, A Nightmare Before Christmas, to life. You can see all of the favorite characters there. They did such a great job.
Brenna, I'm so impressed by the creativity of all of our floats and
So am
groups.
I.
They put a lot of thought and hard work into these
I hope that guy's
entries.
safe up there. No sudden movements up on top of that.
That's quite a vehicle as well.
What a vehicle, great costumes. And then this float captures the essence of the film's most memorable scenes. And they're even playing the Enchanting soundtrack to set the mood. That's pretty cool. All
This
right.
next organization is near and dear to many people's heart, the Tulsa SPCA. They're excited to join the Tulsa Annual Christmas Parade.
And they do such great work in our community. And I learned something new yesterday. They have a live release rate at over 90%. Thank you guys for all of the work that you do. I have 2 rescue cats. I'm a crazy cat lady. So, thank you. I was expecting to see potentially some animals. I know before they've had some animals in that are adoptable in there. I'm
In there.
wondering some of the dogs maybe that they're walking are adoptable.
That might be the case.
So if you can open your homes and your hearts to any of these little, look how cute. All right, we got to get you adopted, sir. Take a look at the camera. There we go.
Up next, a wonderful organization doing such great work, Soldier's Wish.
Yes, Soldier's Wish is proud to support our veterans and active military meet their unmet needs throughout the year, and especially at Christmas time to help make the most joyous of holidays. Thank you to all active, reserve, and veteran military men and women for your service. And Becky, before the parade started, a very lucky family was recognized by Soldier's Wish. They're going through a bit of a hardship right now.
Right.
And Soldier's Wish is really coming through for them to help support them in this.
It was a
trying
wonderful surprise for them.
time. Yeah, it certainly was. And they have their 3 kids here today, and we just wish that family the best of luck, and we hope that they have a very Merry Christmas.
And Soldier's Wish works throughout the year to support our veterans.
Yeah, exactly. It is year-round, and we're just so appreciative to everything that they do. Okay, moving right along to the next.
Burgraff
float.
Disaster Restoration.
Yeah, they have an iconic balloon that you can see right there.
A familiar one for us.
No matter the situation, Burgraff is there from beginning to end. They have more than 35 years here in Tulsa. They're proud to call Tulsa home. And they have a bunch of their employees out here today, and as well their family members. So thank you for everything you guys do and for taking part in this parade. This balloon, this comes here every year, and it's pretty awesome.
Such an icon in Tulsa for so many years.
Yeah,
The Golden Driller.
The Golden Driller. Now, this group here, they're devoted to serving Tulsa. They're proud to call Tulsa home. And I didn't realize this, that Golden Driller balloon, it's custom built. I wonder what goes into building one of those things. I'm actually really curious about that.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah, we certainly will. Now, along the parade route, toys are going to be given out today. 10,000 toys to kids, which is just so absolutely incredible. All right, this next entry here.
Tulsa Airport Improvement Trust. And you know, again, I keep talking about how fortunate we are to have so many wonderful things in Tulsa, but people who visit here and who come through our airport always comment, you have the most wonderful airport. Mm-hmm. And it really is. We so appreciate the administrators, managers, and operators, everyone who makes the Tulsa Airport such a wonderful place to enter Tulsa.
5 air carriers offer nonstop service from our airport to 22 destinations across the country. In 2023, the airport had the highest number of annual passengers since 2008. We just appreciate them being here because we know this time of the year is so
It's going to get so busy
for them. On December 22nd, I am flying out of the airport, so hopefully things will go smoothly at the airport lines that day.
And I'm just so thankful for all of our direct flights because when I was working for ABC, I was back and forth to New York every weekend, no direct flight. Now we have 2 direct flights to New York with 2 different airlines.
Yeah, we certainly do. So fantastic. And one of the features that's fairly new at our airport, which I love, is the gate pass. When my sister came to visit with her little guy, I ended up getting one of those gate passes to go to the gate and help her. And I know that's fairly new.
Oh, that is nice.
And a lot of airports don't offer that, so I can't say enough how much that's fantastic.
Z104.5 The Edge, our next entry.
Yeah, they've been playing the best cutting-edge alternative music for Tulsa. So they play everything from Coldplay to Green Day, the Foo Fighters. The Edge does a little bit of everything.
And they've been here for a while. They've been around, adding to the music scene of Tulsa.
Yeah. And Grand Mental Health is rolling by us here, Becky. So we know the holidays, they're not always merry and bright for everyone.
Exactly.
Grand Mental Health, they're here to help. They've been serving as the official mental health and wellness provider for the Tulsa Christmas Parade. And we know this is a really tough time of year for some folks.
It is for many people, yes. And mental health is so important for this time of year.
So
and we
important.
certainly appreciate the Grand Mental Health.
Yes, we do. This is a really cool entry. This next one, this trolley here.
Muskogee Creek Nation, all aboard the Tribal Express.
Yeah, representing the Muskogee Creek Nation is the 2024-2025 Miss Muskogee Creek Nation, Jaya McIntosh. She looks absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
The Muskogee Creek Nation brings their rich culture and holiday spirit to the parade with this festive entry. She's riding in style.
And the tribes contribute so much to the state of Oklahoma, and we appreciate all of the hard work that they do. Congratulations to the Muskogee Creek Nation for their success here in the Tulsa area.
And if you're watching this parade live on KTUL.com, thank you so much for live streaming with us. And a huge thank you to our sponsor, American Waste Control, and to Paul Ross with American Waste Control as well.
Tulsa Classroom Teachers Association just went by, and how valuable are our teachers?
They certainly are. They, thinking back even, with my own childhood, I have so many fond memories with teachers, and they really, set our kids up for success. So 94.1, strolling by us right there. And next up, we have the Masterwork Academy for Faith and Fine Arts. We have some students here. Peering out the window there. You guys look absolutely great. Thanks so much for joining us. So Masterwork Academy for Faith and Fine Arts is an after-school ministry of First Church Tulsa. It's in its 7-year partnership with Anderson Elementary. Masterwork has trained over 300 students in the artistic disciplines of dance, visual art, theater, and music. All right, we have Smoothie King.
Welcome back, Smoothie King.
I love Smoothie King.
It's their 2nd year attending the parade, and we're so happy to have them back with us this year.
We certainly are. Okay, this next entry here, Ascension St. John, and they are a proud participant in this year's Tulsa Christmas Parade. They operate 6 hospitals. They have over 90 healthcare clinics. And this parade, Becky, we're in our 98th year here. They also have been around for 98
years. Yes.
That is so fantastic.
Again, another area where we're so fortunate in Tulsa, and that's our wonderful health care. And Ascension St. John has been there on the corner of 21st and Utica, and now have many other locations around the area.
And I love that they have a dog stroller there with 2 adorable pugs. They're along for the ride. I love how, like, the humans are walking and the dogs are getting to ride in the stroller. That is great. All right, for those of you at home, we have a really, really bright, colorful entry coming up.
San Miguel School celebrating 20 years at the epicenter of hope. We welcome San Miguel back to the Tulsa Christmas Parade. And I was able to MC an event for San Miguel one year. It was Dancing with the Stars. And we had area celebrities showing us their dance moves.
Yeah.
And one of the, I think the winner that year was actually a doctor friend of mine. And so he had some really good moves, I'll say that.
Have you ever done that?
No. I've MC'd, but I've not participated in the dancing part.
And speaking of moves, there's some great moves here. And these costumes are just fantastic. I hope that we can take a bit of a
What color?
listen into their, there we go. And I also want to remind everyone who's downtown here, who is watching the parade, we really want to encourage everyone to post their photos and videos on all of the different social media platforms, and to make sure to put a hashtag Tulsa Christmas Parade. We want to show everyone just all of the fantastic entries, floats, participants taking part in this year's parade.
And Brenna, I know you've been doing some videos and photos for your social media, so I'll look forward to seeing those.
Yeah, I'm new to the social media game.
We all are, I think.
Okay, Tulsa Tours.
Tulsa Tours, and what a great parade route we have to talk about today. We talked a little bit about it. So many historical buildings, such great architecture.
I wish I knew who that singer was, because he's doing a great job too.
And you can discover the golden era of Tulsa's rich history and stunning architecture with Tulsa Tours, the city's top-rated tour company.
I was going to say, I feel like we might be getting ahead of ourselves here a little bit.
Okay, Tulsa Tours just coming.
These costumes, San Miguel's costumes, I am blown away.
Oh, they're still coming, yes.
That might be one of the biggest entries in this parade, I have to say. Okay, Tulsa Tours.
Now
we have
Tulsa
been
Tours.
singing your
Okay.
praises for the last little bit here. We're so glad to have you taking part in this event. And I love how they put the Christmas tree there on top of the vehicle. Merry Christmas. So the theme of this year's parade, Stay Gold, Merry, and Bright. Each year they really knock it out of the park with themes.
I'm so glad we're paying tribute to the Outsiders House and Museum and the filming of the Outsiders movie in 1983. And, you know, we want to mention that the movie was based on a book by Tulsa's S.E. Hinton.
Mm-hmm. A fantastic book.
Here are the Happy Acres Cowboy Church. Merry Christmas, and look at the wonderful horses they bring along with them.
And they're thrilled to be a part of today's parade. Happy Acres is all about faith, family, and fellowship. They'd love for you to join them for their services at 7 p.m. on Thursdays or at 9 a.m. on Sundays. So saddle up and come worship with them. All of these horses that we've seen in the parade so far are very well behaved, not
They really
getting
are.
spooked.
Up next, Tulsa Ice Centers, the Tulsa Oilers family, a part of this year's parade, and they have been, I'm trying to think how long the Tulsa Oilers, they have been around for quite some time. They just enhance, of course, the sports scene here in Tulsa.
They do, and they're joined by the Ice Girls and a Zamboni there. I wish I knew, I feel bad, I should know the name of their mascot.
The Tulsa Ice Oilers, and if you haven't had a chance to watch them compete, it's really a fun event for the entire family.
Okay, his name's Sledge.
Sledge, okay.
Sledge, that's appropriate. I feel bad. We got it though.
We need TJ here.
Yeah, we certainly
He would
do.
know.
I'm out of my element.
Now, I'm the former sportscaster, but it could have changed since I've been around.
All right, and we are looking at Anna Marie Thomas, the 2024 International Junior Miss Oklahoma. She is representing our great state, raising awareness for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And I'm just so impressed by younger generations that take up really serious causes, and she's a great example for younger generations in our state.
And that's one of the great things about pageants today is they do emphasize social work and social causes and commitment to communities. And it is wonderful to hear these young contestants talk about their passions and their commitment to what their cause is.
Certainly is, Becky. And rolling past us right now, 100.9 KTSO, Tulsa's Soft Oldies. Favorite Christmas music station. So you can tune in to 100.9 and catch your favorite Christmas classics now for Christmas.
Okay, Eden Village up next. Eden Village of Tulsa.
And this is one of their tiny homes. I know we've done a bunch of news stories.
Very cool looking.
So Eden Village is Tulsa's first tiny home community, serving formerly homeless folks, giving them hope and healing for their futures.
And this is Speedy's Towing and Recovery.
I think this is the biggest tow truck I have possibly ever seen.
That would come in handy if your big truck broke down, I guess.
Did you see who was riding up there, Becky?
Oh, look
The
at that.
Grinch. So
That's
Speedy's,
a great float.
it is an awesome float. The whole gang's there. And Speedy's is a family-owned business. It arose from a simple goal to offer exceptional towing services built on honesty, dependability, and care. They have 3 different locations in Tulsa, Owasso, and Catoosa.
And no parade in Tulsa would be complete without our fabulous Tulsa Zoo, so get ready to roar.
These costumes are so great here. The zoo is great. Let's just say that. Fantastic. Home to over 2,000 animals. They have year-round. They're open year-round. Look, we have a turtle here.
Hello, turtle.
An elephant.
He's pretty fast. He's moving pretty fast for a turtle.
Yeah, no kidding.
I love visiting the Tulsa Zoo. Up next, Culligan of Tulsa. Culligan Water has been providing top quality water treatment
Yeah,
softeners for over, oh gosh, look how long they've been in business here.
75
years.
Yeah, whether it's ensuring your holiday dishes sparkle or giving your family the gift of healthier hair and skin, they make every season brighter. Culligan Water brings the gift of clean, refreshing water to your home and business all year long.
Culligan of Tulsa, another great business serving the Tulsa area. And coming up next, we're going to experience St. Pius X Church and School.
I just realized that last entry that the truck itself was dressed up as the Grinch. The front of it was painted green. It took me a second.
We're seeing a lot of the Grinch this year. I'm not sure what that means for us.
I know.
Because this is such a happy crowd.
And at the very end of the parade, obviously we have Santa Claus. We know he's coming.
We know he's coming.
I saw him. I interviewed him earlier. Okay, so
here's our St. Pius.
Yeah, the parishioners and school families, they are wearing winter accessories and singing carols, obviously to celebrate the Christmas season. And Becky, the school was established, St. Pius Church and School was established in 1955 in Tulsa.
Located near Hale High School, kind of in Midtown Tulsa, it is a very traditional, rich in history church and school. They do just a wonderful job there.
They certainly do. Tulsa Indian Club and powwow. So this is Tulsa's oldest Native American organization. It was founded in the 1950s. The Tulsa Indian Club and powwow will celebrate their 73rd annual powwow at the Hogs Business Center. That's coming up in July, so if you want to check that out, make sure to plan ahead for that. Can we take a live listen into some of the drumming now? And Becky, this is their 13th year taking part.
Isn't it wonderful how these groups and these organizations keep coming back time and again? It says a lot about the parade.
This parade is so fantastic. Okay, we've got some great cars rolling in here.
This is the Tulsa Chevy Classic Car Club.
Yeah, they're dedicated to restoration, preservation of Chevy cars and trucks from 1911 to 1990. We have another, the Grinch. The Grinch is everywhere.
He is everywhere.
But he seems to be in a good mood.
I think he is. I think the crowd is helping him along.
It's
because
softening him a bit.
The mood here today is just one of total joy. It's so wonderful to see.
It certainly is. Now, all these stunning, oh, wow. I hope we can get a shot of this next car coming up here. Stunning vintage vehicles, they bring a classic touch of nostalgia to the parade. Oh, this one has Christmas lights on it. I'm not a car person, Becky, are you?
No, but my husband is, and I'm sure he's
say.
watching all of this. But I can imagine all the car lovers along the parade route are certainly enjoying this display.
Yeah. Because he would be giving us a play-by-play of exact
He
models.
could tell us. I don't.
Yeah, we're not going to go there.
I can't tell one.
We're going to stick to what we know. We can hear this next entry a few blocks away.
Spreading the holiday cheer.
EMSA with another Grinch.
EMSA is so important to our city. Again, you know, we've had the police department, the fire department, the sheriffs. EMSA provides a great service.
They certainly do, Becca. They serve more than 1.1. Did I just call you Becca?
That's okay. You can call me Becca.
Slip of the tongue. 1.1 million Oklahomans that they serve, which is so incredible. And they have a team dedicated, 750 members on their team from across the state. Okay, this next entry here, we have Champions, the new after-school program in partnership with Tulsa Public Schools. They serve over 800 children, and they help to provide a safe and supportive space for learning, growth, and fun after the school day ends. We know that a lot of kids, particularly if their parents are still at work, they don't have a lot of stuff to do. So great program there.
I can't tell you how important that is. I did a story one time on latchkey kids when that term first came about, and I learned so much and just how vital it was that we provide help for these kids after school.
And you are looking at the Salvation Army right now. This organization, this time of the year for this organization is incredibly busy. They do incredible work.
We see them everywhere.
Everywhere. We just had our toy drive last week.
I heard it was so successful, and congratulations.
Thank you. We raised more toys this year than last year, and it's because this community is so generous.
Like the Salvation Army, Tulsa's News Channel 8 has had a long-standing commitment to community service, and I go back to my days at Channel 8. It was so important to us, and it's so rewarding to see that tradition has continued today under the current leadership. And I want to congratulate you, Brenna, and Amy Calvert, and all my friends at News Channel 8.
Before we get to this next entry here, I just want to mention, because she rolled on by, Miss Tulsa State Fair, Anna Marie Wright. She is the 15th Miss Tulsa State Fair. So I just wanted to make sure that she got her mention as well. Okay, we have the folks at Channel 6. Hi, guys.
Hi there.
We got the whole team
Congratulations.
out here today. It's so nice to see all of our friends in the media.
They look merry and bright.
They certainly do. And they have one of those snow blowers. Everyone has those.
That's why we keep getting pelted.
Yeah, I think I've inhaled a few pieces of snow. And we also need to give a special thanks to our sponsor. I know I keep saying this, but really we got to sing their praises, because if it wasn't for American Waste Control, this would not be taking part. What is happening today? Look at this cute little canoe.
We also want to recognize, we talked about Griffin Television and Channel 6. Griffin Radio is here with us today.
Thank you to Griffin Radio.
Happy holidays from 106.9 K-Hits and 98.5 The Bull, 92.9 The River, and Big Country.
I want to know how they made that little canoe. Did you see that, Becky?
Yes.
I'm guessing it's a wagon, but I wonder, did they draw straws to see who would go in that today?
And again, the creativity today that we've seen is really remarkable.
It really is. And I love how, these vehicles, they have the wreaths on the front. Okay, we're going to move along now to our next entry here.
Custom-built bikes.
Yeah, Custom-Built Bikes of Tulsa, a group that rides through downtown every Sunday to enjoy fun, fellowship, and support for local businesses along their route. And leading the way is Mr. Greenwood, Tony Williams, the creator and organizer of Go Green for Greenwood movement and the 918 Day Festival. Some great bikes here, and they're all decked out. Got some tinsel. Oh, wow. And look at these moves.
Oh, wait. Goodness. I grew up on a ranch with a gravel road, so I can't even ride a bike, let alone do something like that.
It's been a few years since I've ridden one. I would probably be a little bit shaky. And the Grinch as well.
Here
I don't know
again.
what it is this year. The Grinch is everywhere. I think we have Santa there.
The Grinch didn't get the memo. It's be merry and bright and be gold.
I don't know, Becky, if you saw that, but this guy just stood up on his bike. Don't try that at home, kids.
Oh, goodness,
All
look
of
at that.
these moves. Do not try this stuff at home. Thanks so much for taking part.
That's fun to watch the tricks they can do. Look at that. Wow.
It certainly is. They're putting on quite the show for the crowd today.
But like you said, kids, don't try this at home.
Well, we're on entry number 78. So we have just over 100 participants taking place today. We are flying through.
We really are. This is Soroka Ready Mix. bringing holiday cheer and concrete solutions.
So they are celebrating the opening of their first plant in 2024, and they're already gearing up for their second plant. They're planning on opening it in early 2025, delivering ready mix and Christmas spirit. They are proud to be taking part in this year's parade.
And I've said this a number of times, but it can't be said enough how great it is to have the support of so many local businesses for our Tulsa Christmas Parade.
And so many local organizations and
Schools.
sports teams.
Yes. Oklahoma's premier fast pitch softball team. Softball has really become a big sport here in Oklahoma.
It certainly has. We are so glad to have you ladies with us today. I feel like we're looking at some future stars. All right,
And up next, our German American Society of Tulsa. They're very active here
they certainly
with some
are.
wonderful events.
And great traditional outfits, modeled after village bands founded throughout Germany and neighboring European countries. This talented group specializes in German folk music. We're going to listen to them in just a sec. My sister actually lives in Germany.
I wanted to say, I understand your sister now is living in Germany.
She does. She lives in Hamburg, and when I tell her partner that there's some German representation here today, he's going to be blown away. Let's take a listen. So Becky, they were founded in 2002 with just 4 members. They've grown to 35 musicians that can be heard at venues all across Tulsa, including, of course, a German Fest. Of course. Oktoberfest as well. Today they bring their rich musical traditions and holiday spirit.
And of course, Oktoberfest is one of the premier events in Tulsa, so we always look forward to that. Thanks to the German American Society.
Thank you.
River City Hydraulics coming up. Merry Christmas.
And they're displaying one of their stylish roll-off trucks. River City Hydraulics is a family-owned and operated business for over 40 years. Obviously, they serve us here in Oklahoma, but as well in Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana. They're everywhere.
And the Tulsa County Democratic Party is up next, and they wish everyone a very happy holiday season. It's good to have them with us today.
Yeah, it was created in 1907 at statehood, and they stand for security, opportunity, and equality. Another great car that we have there. The convertible, that's the way to ride in this Christmas parade.
My daughter, when she was little, she loved the fact that I was a part of a lot of Christmas parades, and she always loved being in the convertible. She thought she was Miss America, I think, most of the time. Republic Services coming up next. Republic Services of Tulsa is representing the cherished S.E. Hinton novel, The Outsiders.
Yeah, they are right on theme. Republic Services is an industry-leading environmental solutions company providing reliable and responsible waste recycling services and waste disposal services for Tulsa and the surrounding area. We're so glad to have you guys with us, and as well they're joined by who else? The Grinch.
You know, S.E. Hinton is another one of those Tulsa treasures. She wrote not only The Outsiders, but Rumblefish, which was also filmed in Tulsa and made into a major motion picture. I was able to go to the debut of that film in New York City, and that was a lot of fun.
And before we get to this next entry of the segment of the Tulsa Christmas Parade is brought to you by Public Service Company of Oklahoma. Public Service Company of Oklahoma provides green country with boundless energy.
OSU Institute of Technology, the black and orange colors certainly indicative of our friends at Oklahoma State University.
Yeah, they're a leader in polytech education. They use hands-on learning and industry-driven training to meet Oklahoma's workforce needs.
It's great to have one of our wonderful universities represented. And again, we're very fortunate in Oklahoma. Oklahoma State, University of Oklahoma, TU here in Tulsa. Mm-hmm. Junior Miss League of Tulsa is coming up next.
Yeah, and Junior Miss League, they're making spirits bright and better for Tulsa. They've been around for more than 100 years, and they do so much work in our community, and they really empower women. And
Another
I
one
love
of our,
that. You love
yeah,
that.
another one of our wonderful service organizations. Miss Tulsa Brookside.
And they are looking absolutely fantastic with their crowns. This organization prepares great women for the world. We're so glad that they could be here with us today.
We've had such a variety today. We've had so many different groups and organizations, cultures represented. It's made it so much fun, hasn't it, Brenna?
It certainly has.
It's Tulsa Veterans of Foreign Wars.
And over a century ago, Tulsa's business community saw the need, and they stepped up to build a National Guard armory located at 1109 East 6th Street. And they're joined by Wade's RV there. You can see Wade's RV truck towing them.
And it's post 577.
And they are joined by some of their family members as well today. And they work throughout the year with volunteers to host the Veterans Day Parade, the Memorial Field of Heroes, and retire over 5,000 flags annually. So obviously they do a lot of work throughout the year.
You're looking now at Public Service Company of Oklahoma.
Yeah, and PSO has been serving Tulsans for more than 100 years, and what more symbolic of the electric company than one of their iconic bucket trucks that's coming up. Look at all of these families taking part in this parade together this year.
And those trucks are a welcome sight if your power is out.
No kidding. These are the people you want to make friends with.
And they do such a wonderful job.
And they have more than 1,600 employees here in Oklahoma. Their headquarters is 6th Street. Yeah, not far from where we are. And I also want to say that this segment of the Tulsa Christmas Parade is brought to you by these folks, the Public Service Company of Oklahoma. They provide a boundless energy. And I will say, Becky, that I got a new glimpse into the work that they do following tornadoes this year.
Yes.
And
you know, we've had a number of weather episodes this past couple of years, whether it was wind or tornadoes nearby, maybe not hitting Tulsa exactly, but I will tell you, having experienced some wind damage in my yard a couple of years ago, I was so happy when I saw the PSO trucks pulling up.
And they don't only help folks in our state. Whenever there's a disaster somewhere else, I know this year has been really bad for hurricanes too. You know, these are the men and women that get in their trucks, they leave their families, and sometimes, you know, during the holiday season or whatnot, and they go and they help others. And I just really think that, you know, that
it's a great camaraderie.
Certainly is.
Here's another one of our great marching bands. This one from right down the road, Will Rogers High School Marching Band. Let's listen. She did, yes.
Yeah.
And she was in high school when she wrote the novel,
Really?
The Outsiders. Yes, she was
didn't
so
know that.
young. It's amazing.
Okay, we have the Knights of Columbus with a nativity scene that depicts the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Again, the Knights of Columbus, another one of those wonderful Catholic men's organizations. The Humane Society of Tulsa. Next, we welcome the Humane Society.
We have some awesome motorcycles.
Now, those are pretty
here.
awesome, yes.
Some more cars. And this is the 98th year for the parade. You know what I'm really excited for? I know I'm getting ahead of myself because this year's parade is awesome, but I'm so curious to see what they're going to do for the 100th parade.
I was just thinking about that. And you know, I think I read that the Macy's parade, which of course is one of the most famous and iconic parades, but was only started a couple of years before our parade.
Oh, really?
Just to put the Tulsa Christmas Parade in perspective. That's
cool.
pretty amazing.
All right, the Tulsa Humane Society, and there's some, oh my gosh, there's some dogs in there that you can see, and some really adorable puppies here along the parade route.
I have a feeling you may end up with a new puppy after this.
I was going to say, I have 2 cats. I would love a dog. I've never had one. I work too much for a dog. But the Humane Society just does so much for our community. And this year they're introducing their state-of-the-art mobile veterinary hospital.
Your cats might have something to say about a dog being in the house too. Program Feed 77 is coming up next.
Yeah, let's welcome Program Feed. The next level breakdown, entertaining the crowd, and festive music and energetic dancing. Ladies, you look fantastic. I love the costumes.
Love the hats.
Did you ever dance growing up?
Yes, I took dancing lessons. I'm not sure I would. It was one of those things my mother really wanted me to do.
I have 2 left feet. I'm impressed by all the dancers today. I could not do that.
Happy holidays from HF Sinclair. Next, an environmental energy company.
And of course, we had the green dinosaur, a giant green dinosaur balloon. So the company manufactures and sells traditional fuels and lubricants and specialties. It's one of North America's top producers of renewable diesel. All right, rolling right along here.
Project Hope Worldwide, celebrating Christmas around the world with the children they serve.
And they do such great work. They serve kids in Uganda, Mexico. Project Hope Worldwide is on a mission to bring hope and excellent care to orphans around the world. There's 140 million orphans. Well, look at this hot rod shopping cart with the Grinch.
This must be our friends from Resource.
Hi, guys.
Hi there.
So since 1963, Resource has been Northeast Oklahoma's go-to destination for exceptional foods, offering everything from premium regional and local products to top-tier meats, fresh produce, gourmet artisan cheeses. They really don't need any introduction. Chances are you have shopped there. They are great.
Gateway Classic Cars coming up next.
Well, this will be fun.
That's a fun float.
So they have been the world's largest classic car retailer since 1999, and joining them today is a very special guest, Tammy Aaron, who's best known for her role as Pippi Longstocking. I feel like 12-year-old Brenna would be geeking out right now. The 1998 movie, The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking, that is so cool. Again, I am not going to try to tell you any of these cars that you're looking at here. I do not know, but they're great looking.
Team Galaxy returning for their 11th Tulsa Christmas Parade. Again, these groups participating love coming back. They come back year after year. They'll be coming up in just a minute, our Team Galaxy.
Yeah, these groups, Becky, what you were saying, they come back year after year. And a lot of these different car clubs take part in charity events throughout the community at our toy drive. There's Cheapers Anonymous, Mustang car clubs, and you know, what better opportunity to show up your cars and, you know, help do something nice for your community.
We're seeing a little of everything here.
We certainly are. And you know, we are getting close to seeing Santa Claus. He's coming at the very end of the parade. And he made his very first appearance in 1926.
Now I have a Team Galaxy coming up now.
All right. So as you were mentioning, Becky, they've been here for 11 years. They're Tulsa's all-star supergroup known for their energy and enthusiasm. Let's take a listen. They sound great.
918 Wrecker Service next.
Yeah, 918 Wrecker Service, they are always ready to lend a helping hand, and they are proud to serve our community.
Now that's another one of those amazing looking vehicles.
And look, they're on theme. Look at this. Oh my gosh, you guys look great. I love the theme of this year's parade, Stay Gold, Merry.
I like that
and
Admiral
Bright.
Twin Drive-In. Again, the creativity that we're seeing today is really remarkable.
It certainly is. It certainly is. I just think it's so cool that you interviewed Patrick Swayze and you were here in a part of the filming of the movie and in on it.
And I'm not sure we realized at the time just how significant this movie was and how long-lasting its popularity would be. Burnett Home Service now is coming up next.
With a giant Santa Claus. Merry Christmas. Oh, I love how they have a bathtub with bubbles.
These balloons have been so much fun to see.
All of the giant balloons. It seems to really be a theme. And have you noticed lately the inflatables? That's the thing. All right, Herd Family Studios.
We heard some music from them in the pre-show. They are really talented.
They certainly are. They are known for their impressive accomplishments. And get this, they've been featured on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. They've taken part in halftime shows at NBA games, America's Got Talent.
And they're working on Black Wall Street, the musical.
Oh,
Okay, up next,
pretty
American Therapeutic Riding Center, Equine Assisted Services.
yeah, they were founded by Mr. Kenneth and Vicki Burkett of Tulsa. And this is back in August of 2007. And they serve individuals with special needs and youth trauma-focused small groups and offer volunteer opportunities as well. Okay.
And coming up next, and finally, American Waste Control, our proud sponsor of today's Christmas parade, and we cannot thank them enough, Brenna. This has been a truly remarkable day, and we owe them a great deal of gratitude.
And Paul Ross with American Waste Control.
Thank you, Paul Ross.
Thank you to this is a great float. Look at this train. This is so cool. And all the family members here are employees for American Waste Control who have been helping to hand out toys. 10,000 toys along the parade route today. We know that that's really going to go a long way for a lot of families.
This is what corporate citizenship is all about. American Waste Control shows us how to do that, that's for sure.
And they've been part of our community for 50 years. They're dedicated to keeping our city clean and green through innovative waste and recycling solutions.
I have a feeling who might be coming up next, Brenna.
We have been waiting for this.
Waiting and waiting.
We've been told that he's on his way. We know he's kind of a big deal. We can't rush Santa Claus. We know he's busy.
We need to build up the anticipation.
Exactly.
But I was going to go back to what we started to talk about a few minutes ago, that Santa first appeared in the very first Tulsa Christmas parade. And do you know what he had with him?
No.
Some live reindeer.
Live reindeer.
I'm not sure they were leading the sleigh, and I'm not sure if Rudolph was one of those reindeer, but I would have given anything to see Santa walking down the street with live reindeer.
Can we work on that for maybe next year? Maybe the 100th?
That would be a great way to cap off the 100th year, that's for sure.
When I interviewed him a little bit earlier before, and I was asking how Rudolph is doing, all the reindeer are doing. This is such a busy time of the year. I was also asking him if kids here in Tulsa, if they've been good. if they're on the naughty list, if kids are going to be getting coal or if they're going to be getting presents this year. He told me that the majority of them are going to be getting presents.
You got it straight from Santa's mouth, I guess.
I was also asking what some of the new toys, the new cool toys are at this time, this Christmas. And do you know what he told me? He told me that everything, what's old is now new. And we were talking about like Tamagotchis. I don't know. Did your kids ever have those?
I don't think so.
It was like a little, you would take care of like a little chick. Like you would hatch from an egg and it would, I'm doing it.
Okay, we've heard Santa is on his way, but he's making his list and checking it twice, I guess.
He certainly is.
I wouldn't be surprised if people are stopping Santa along the way and asking, making a special request.
Exactly. Like people that didn't, maybe kids that didn't get their letters mailed off in time. I know we ran that story in the news a few weeks ago. If you didn't mail them with Canada Post by, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, then, they're just not going to get there in time for Christmas. Wait, does Santa have a police escort?
I believe he does. And look, he is arriving in style. It may not be Rudolph, but I do see flashing red lights.
Okay. I know we're kind of giving him a hard time for not having live reindeer, but look at this.
Maybe, as you said, for the 100th anniversary. Escorted by the Tulsa Police Department, the man of the hour.
And he has traded his sleigh for a golf cart. Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Oh, we are so lucky that he's here with us today. He's taking time out from his busy schedule.
Can you imagine just how busy Santa must be on a day like today? There's so much to get ready.
And he told me he's going to fly right back to the North Pole after this. I wonder if does he fly private?
What about Mrs. Santa? Is she here with him today?
Her. Well, you know what, Becky? That does it.
This has been, I think, my favorite Tulsa Christmas parade. It's just been amazing. The weather is perfect, and I'm just so thankful to be able to be a part of it. And this is the 70th anniversary of Channel 8. I've been a part of many Tulsa Christmas parades, and to come back here as we celebrate on Channel 8 our 70th anniversary, this is really very special to me.
I am so honored to have been able to have done this with you today. So thank you, and thank you to all of you for watching. And again, this is going to air on our station on Channel 8 on Christmas morning from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. So we hope that you will join us then. Have a great day.